Alrighty, welcome back to part 7 of my 100% playthrough through Slime Rancher 2. Now, in the last episode, I got a new utility that can be used later on in the game. I'm not going to really be using it anytime soon, because one, I can't really make anything with it yet, and it's for the labyrinth. That's what devices in the Gray Labyrinth, yeah. And I don't really want to go explore those yet. I kind of want to explore the new area completely, do some little side stuff, and kind of just wrangle some slimes. Just kind of explore areas rather than do so much more outside of that. But one thing I want to do, I want to buy a couple expansions. I can probably buy all of them, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to buy the side ones. For 2,800 for the den. And we're going to go explore that. Because, new area. Even though I haven't used all the other plots, we're about to explore a new area. And this is underground. I can probably put some phosphor slimes around in here. And that would be fantastic. Now, this costs 6,000, so I'm not going to be getting that. But I want to have enough money to buy a full area. Now I hear something. Oh, it's this fella. And I'm guessing there's going to be a treasure pod as well. But I don't know where that would be. I'm gonna look around for the treasure pod. And then I'll go to the other area. And buy that expansion. Maybe there isn't one. At least not in this first unlocked area. That's okay. Me finding all the conservatory treasure pods doesn't really concern me too much right now. Alright, let's go get the other area. So that way I kind of know how much money I'm working with now, instead of in the future. And is this another underground area? It is not. It's actually pretty cool looking. And it has its own chicken farm. Now, there's something I do want to test. So I might do that in this area, and it involves the chickens. Because they have such a high spawn rate now, compared to the previous game, that I want to see if I can make them just wander around, and maybe since this area is so open, I can just have free-range chickens. And the ones that need meat could maybe get them? I don't know. Probably not, but instead of having an entire pen meant for them, I would like to have my storage and my plant farms in that beginning conservatory area right here. So I can grab everything and then walk over to a designated area. But I don't know. Anyway, another research run. This place also costs 6,000. But I don't really have enough things for the plots that I currently have. So I think I'm gonna leave those two new expansions for a while. And I might focus on the underground one, because that one's going to have more stuff that I can do for different slimes, like phosphor slimes. Also, I was hearing a drone. Alrighty. I'm not really gonna bother looking for those treasure pods here. I think I'll grab those in another treasure pod hunting episode. And that's not necessarily gonna happen for at least another 3 or 4 episodes. I want to kind of explore all of the next area that we have had unlocked for a while now. So I'm not gonna really worry about that too much. But I do have a lot of money to work with now. So that's nice. Alrighty. And as I was getting ready to record, there was a new comm message from Thora West. A pink mangrove. Cool. Now, I do believe that there is one more person that we have yet to hear from. And I believe that's because we haven't gone to the other area. I'm gonna grab as many ports as I can. That way I can put them inside the thing that drops or can take in the science materials. Just because of more ports in there is better. Just in case a bunch of things need it and I don't gotta go farm it. Now it's reaching the evening. I didn't really think about that. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna cut until it's the morning. So I'm gonna be right back. Alrighty. So I thought of something, and that is maybe another return portal. So that way I can have more than one. But it's not looking like I can. Which is a little annoying. Yeah, that's really annoying. Now, I could make a Starlight Strand portal. Which, actually, I will. I'll do that. Because we'll be going back there at some point. But the way it is now is I'm still missing 10 treasure pods from there. So I'm going to have to find them at some point anyway. And why not just teleport from home? Now these honey plorts and these hunter plorts, I'm not really going to be using them to sell for money. That's what my other two farms are for. Even though they do sell for more, they're a little bit more tedious for me to really make anything with. But I will make this. That way I don't got to worry about the money in the future and the plorts. Awesome. So I'm going to go put this in our home base. But where? Let's put it up along this wall. How do I open my inventory? G. Starlight Strand. And go there. And then put that right there. Awesome. So that should take me to Starlight Strand. Alrighty. Now let's sleep until the morning. So that way we can go on ahead and just explore the new area. So I'm gonna cut until I get there. So I'll be right back. Alrighty. We're coming up across it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab these chickens actually, just in case. Because if I need a chicken, I can feed them. But let's go on ahead and enter our third area. The Ember Valley. And this gave us a new achievement of exploring any 3 areas. Cool. Alrighty, but let's just look around. There's some stuff over here. Probably not anything cool from the looks of it. Always good to look around for some treasure pods. New area means a lot of treasure pods. And this one has 33. Oh, there's a slime door with a baddie statue. That's a new slime. Now they might like meat. Let me check what phosphor slimes like. They like fruit, and they really like Q-berries. Okay. Now, if these baddie slimes that we're hearing of follows things like phosphor slimes, where they really like the nighttime, then we're gonna combine those two with phosphor slime and a baddie slime and put them underground in one of the new areas that we unlocked. Got our default pink slimes here in the new area. Now, if it's the Ember Valley, it sounds like there's gonna be those boom slimes. Maybe those molten slimes from the last game, which would be pretty cool. I really like the boom slimes. They were cute. Didn't really use them too much though. Oh, and we have the raccoon guys. We found a cave. And it has, ooh, a baddie slime. Hungering always for fruit. They like pomegranate. And I do have a lot of pomegranate. So let's see, while in darkness like caves or at night, baddie slimes often grow hungrier and will eat more often than other slimes. And while they can survive in sunlight, the sun's searing rays freak them out a bit, increasing their agitation over time. Again, no, they are not vampires. Alrighty. Cool. So yeah, I want to use these guys with phosphor slimes. And plus they like fruits as well. I don't have to really worry about meat or anything. But I could also use the baddie slimes to mix them with the... like just a different slime. There's a statue right there. Or what? I don't know. That is a boom statue. And there's one right here too. Awesome. Oh, and there's a third one. Okay. And there's a door right here, which I assume is going to require at least one of those statues. Nice upbeat music, a lot different from the calming Rainbow Fields. So that's pretty cool. Ooh, baddie slime. What is that? Oh, it's a garlic. Odd. Oh, it's onion. Okay. There's so much to collect, but I only have 5 slots. Surprisingly though, I've not seen a single treasure pod. Normally there's at least some just out in the open. Well, that's fine. We'll get them all eventually. This new? Ooh, primordial oil. That is new. But I'll get some in the future. So I'm not too concerned with getting every material that's new. I'll be coming back and forth. Which, there's a cave. Which has nothing in it. Some baddie slimes at the end here though. Ooh, and a crystal slime. What do y'all like? Y'all like veggies. Okay, I think what I'll do is get rid of these chickens. Get some crystal slimes. They seem pretty cool. Yeah, well, they can hurt you. And that's not pretty cool. But something I can do is maybe get a phosphor slime, put them with either the crystal or the baddie slime. Look, there's a Gorda. Just because what that can give is a bunch of new plorts. They really like veggies. So are these the guys that really like the onions? Let's take a peek. They do really like the odd onions. That means I'm going to make a new farm for these odd onions. Because I'm going to be farming up these crystal Gordos. Or not the Gordos, but the actual slime. And there's a briar hen. Let me put that. Ah. It's down here. There's some primordial oil. But that was about it. Okay. Now, our whole goal is just to kind of find the statues. Have them marked on my map. Hey, look, our first treasure pod. And it gives a heart cell. Okay. Not necessarily something that I would want immediately, but it's a good thing that we got it now. And there is map data. I do see that. Which you give me because I need map. And it gave us for Saria. Awesome. Apparently there's a slime door I completely overlooked. And a drone. That's really annoying. Alright, awesome, we got up there. One reason why I went up here, after the first jump around, I saw some radiant ore. And I looked and I didn't think I had too many. I think I also just used some. So it's nice to get some of the supplies that I already have being built up a little bit more, rather than just being forced to traverse back. I'm gonna go to this area. I don't know what it is or what it has, but it does have an odd onion. There's a door. Slime door. Stony Aang Lap. Egg. Not Aang from Avatar. There's another drone here as well. Prickle pear. I don't really need these silky sands, to be honest. I'll just take these prickle pears. That way I can start building up other farms. For what wants a prickle pear or anything else. I don't have to worry too much about not having that material. Or that fruit or veggie. Okay, but since I'm pretty full on items, I have plenty of baddie slimes and crystal slimes. I think what I want to do, go on home after I open up the treasure pod. Bountiful teacup. Especially with it being nighttime, means I can kidnap some phosphor slimes if I get back home. So that way I don't have to have my inventory also clogged up with these slimes that are gonna have more materials put in them. Oh, wow, that's pretty. Okay, I know I said I was gonna go home, but now I'm just walking around. Okay, there's too much stuff here. So I'm gonna actually place down the refinery link. Let that let me put in some stuff so that way I can put away these radiant ores, these puddle plorts, primordial oil, and that strange diamond that we found earlier back in this cave. Another treasure pot as well. With a vac tank. That's actually something that we've been needing. So cool. Now I don't know why these guys are giving plorts out really easily, but why mine are not. It's a little annoying. Maybe because I have too many. Let's grab these puddle plorts before they end up despawning. Now let's grab this primordial oil. And that strange diamond. I don't know. That's cool that there's a spawn for it though. Alrighty, but now let's go ahead and go home. But I do need to get some phosphor slimes. So what I'm gonna do is just put this down. That way I can teleport home. I have a new message out of comp station. Cool. But what I want to do... Okay. But what I want to do is set up some farms for these baddie slimes. I need to go get me some phosphor slimes. More specifically, their plorts. So that way I can start farming them up better and get, I don't know, I just get more things. Because y'all like fruit, so eat up, please. Not the kind of eating up I want you to do. I'm gonna need about, I think 9. Yeah, let's get 9. I'm gonna combine the crystal slimes with something else, but I want the baddies with the phosphor. That's what I'll do. I think I have to just work with 2. It's gonna be too much of a pain to like farm up, and I don't really want to do that. Kind of annoying. What I'm gonna do now, run on over to these caves, get me up some baddie slimes and crystal slimes. So let me build a coral, some high walls, music box, the hairnet, a plort collector, and an auto feeder. And just in case, a solar shield. And that is a fully upgraded corral, which, Jesus, took out a lot. Let's have these 2 eat this. Hopefully. Which means I should really buy these. So that way I can put the rest in here. And I'll just put all these guys in there. So what I have to do is get the prickle pear and odd onions growing. These phosphor slimes really like the Q berries. All those Q berries I got saved up will come in handy now. Which I need more farms. So, gonna make a farm for odd onions. And that took literally everything. And then I'll also make another farm for prickle pears, even though those won't be able to do a whole lot right now. Now, I believe it was the phosphor slimes that really like the Q berries. let's go ahead and feed you and feed you. Alrighty. I can give you that. You can eat that. And let me go ahead and give you that. Alrighty. So, what that means, let's put this on slow. And I'm gonna sell my other ports. I went the wrong way. Now, do those crystal slimes like the odd onions or the prickle pears? The odd onions. Which ones like the prickle pears? The dervish slimes. Okay, so it's okay that I made the prickle pear farm not high on like a priority list. Which is great. Let me grab these Q berries. Now, baddie slimes, they sell for 27 at a high, and the phosphors just sell alright. But the whole point of the phosphors is because I think I need a good amount. But I actually do know who I want to pair with my crystal slimes. And that's going to be the flutter slimes. I have been needing something to pair them with, because I do need those 100 flutter plorts, and that's going to be a pain. Now, it won't take long, but I still need a lot. Okay. That should be all of them. After this one eats it. Okay, cool. And let me just chuck in a bunch more Q berries. And these guys, I need to get an auto feeder and a plort collector. So I need a lot of money. But I think I've given it enough time for me to sell all my other ports for a good amount. Since these guys are like prickle pears, they'll be getting their prickle pears soon enough. Just throw those in there. I like your fruits, so take your prickle pears. One of these fellas is going to be getting odd onion. But I'm going to be selling some porks, so that way I can get the auto feeder and stuff going. And then I'm going to probably do a few days of giving in a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables to the other guys that we just got in. So that way we can build them up, and I can go pop that Gordo. So I already got its favorite food growing. everything is down pretty much of what I'm selling. Actually, half of them are down. Like these pink quartz are not selling for a lot. I do have a new message. And maybe I got a message from Bob, which is the last guy that we need to see. Or I guess talk to. And no, we have not. But it's from Mochi Miles and Ogden. I haven't heard much from Ogden. And Mochi gave us a new I don't know what they're called. I guess decorations. Now, all that money that we spent is now gone, obviously. But all that money that we just got from last episode is also gone. Same thing for the food. Not the food. The money that we got is also gone. And that's a little bit sad. But let's spend a couple days letting our odd onions build up and our prickle pears. Got another message, so I'm gonna go deal with that. And then we're gonna like sleep through some days, just so that way we can get these guys fed properly and we don't gotta deal with it too much. The old lady's gonna get railed. She wants a family. Alrighty. I never bought the AirNet. That's why they were getting out. Alrighty. But what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go grab my other fruits and vegetables over here. I think I'm gonna lessen the amount of slimes I have in the pond as well, because they aren't giving me any quartz. And I don't know if that's a case of overcrowding or not. Wait till morning. I need them odd onions to kind of grow a whole bunch. Now I'm holding on to all these pomegranates because whenever we go to the Ember Valley again, yeah, Ember Valley, is if I can find the Bat Gordo, then oh wait, what? Carrots? Oh, this does not really bode well. I'm getting a bunch of carrots. I want to see if there's a way to grow them. Okay. This isn't gonna go really according to plan. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove this crop. And have 2 odd onions growing. Let me grab all these fatty plorts, that way I can sell all of them. Same thing with these phosphor plorts. Now hopefully the odd onions will grow more if I have 2 of them. But I don't necessarily think that's a high chance. That's really sad. Well, let me sell all these plorts so that way I can go upgrade that farm. I hope this is enough. So I can upgrade that last farm. Because I could really just shove a whole bunch of stuff down the Gordo's face, but not for the ones I'm trying to farm. Not really gonna make it a great farm. Especially when I need at least 100 of these flutter plorts, because I'm gonna need a lot more. I'll sleep through another day. Let's see where that can lead me. Might as well grab all the Q berries, put them in my fatties and mustards. I should have remembered that from the first game. It's the exact same. I think what I'm going to do about all these is I'm going to store all the odd onions and just use carrots to feed these guys. And whenever I get a cycle of like maybe 100 odd onions in my storage, then I will be able to put them in the auto feeder, let them eat some more. But I need a bunch for that last, not the last, but the only Gordo that I have on the map, the Crystal Gordo. So what I'm gonna do is sleep one more night. One more full day. Grab all my vegetables. Mainly my odd onions, but the Q berries are in passing. And I need some water lettuce for my other guys just in case. I'm gonna pull those out so that way they can rot. Now what I think I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna put a refinery link right here. Just so that way I can not have to run back and forth constantly. And I can just have my refinery link put in all these phosphor ports. And I don't gotta run everywhere. That does mean I need to make another one though. But that lets me at least store a bunch of plorts I don't really need right now. So I can put in a whole bunch of phosphor plorts. Because I'm not concerned about selling the phosphor ports. So I might as well get a good store of them. And I'll do that with these other ports as well. Just in case. I don't know if I need them. But it lets me at least have them in there. And plus, I don't really need the money necessarily right now. Since settling ports go to waste, Why not just empty out the storage and put them all in a refinery? Especially with these flutter ports. Although the ones I'm grabbing right now are crystal ports. But I want 200 flutter ports. And that's for those drones. I don't know what they're really used for. But the earlier I can get them, probably the better. Now I'm gonna go put this water lettuce and these current heartbeats that I have where they should be. Okay, well now these are full. So I have to take these out and probably either sell them or put them in the refinery. And since I need money to build stuff from the refinery, I want to sell these ones. And then the rest are going to go into the refinery. Okay. I'm gonna sell this round of ports. I'm just gonna even them out. I want about 50 ports in each of them, so that way I put those 50 in the refinery. And I have at least 50 of each of these 4 main dudes that I got in the refinery. That means I'm gonna take out a few more from these ones. And take out enough from this one, almost. Yeah, still gotta eat more. Which is getting me a lot of money, so that's great. Okay. Now I have a whole bunch of other ports I need to transfer to the refinery. I think I'm gonna go put these odd onions up real quick. Grab these. Might as well. So that way I can grab all 50 from each of them. Oh, I don't have 50 slots of storage. Okay, that's fine. I'll just do 40. 40 of each. And the rest can just sit there. Alrighty. Now let's go deposit all these in the refinery and kind of look at what we have and see if there's anything new to make with the new plorts that I have. Even though I did get only 2 new plorts, there's also the primordial oil that I got. So there is some new things. Now I could buy the pulse wave. And I probably should, but I don't really care about it. And we can see right here, I just need a jetpack drive and I can get a jetpack upgrade. So I want to save the money that I have, even if it's only 450 from this one, is I do need the wild honey. And there is a new thing called lava dust. And I still need another storage cell. Ooh, but I do only need 20 ringtail plorts. I have exactly enough rock plorts in here. That's good to know. And yeah, I need boom plorts. That's gonna be the next thing I can get for these stash boots. And I need more primordial oil. Okay, so in between episodes, I'm just gonna write a little list of everything I want to get done in the next episode, which is gonna require primordi oil. It's not primordial, primordi oil. I want primordial oil. I want to see if I can get a jetpack drive, but that's more like I get lucky. I want these dash boots, and I want this extra tank. So I have a few things I want to get. And that means I need $1,500 more as well. Okay, cool. Now let's check the utilities. Also mark off these extra decorations. Okay. But what I need is another refinery link. I'm gonna make 2 of them. The reason being for 2 of them is I want one in each area. Is they gave us a refinery link in the Rainbow Fields, but I want it in the Ember Plains and the other area. And I also want to make another return portal. And unfortunately, I cannot make a market link. I'm gonna go see if I can buy one. Because if I can place those down, I don't have to worry about carrying everything. And I can just chuck them in there. And that would make my life a little bit easier. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. I don't even have ADHD. But I sometimes act like it. Oh. I'm gonna leave this for next episode. For Bob. It's the last guy. And this will give us an achievement, so might as well start off the new or the next episode with an achievement. So I'm gonna leave this here. Let's talk to Ogden and Victor. I got a green return home portal. I love green. Alrighty, but let's see what's in the Pronto Mart. There's a beach ball. Not the rubber ducky. I want to get my other slime something. But I'm gonna check here if I have a... or they are selling a market plort. And it doesn't seem like a... That's sad. They sell the other ones, but not the... Okay, that's fine though. Alrighty, but that's gonna be the end of episode 7. I was losing count. We did a lot more farm cleanup, farm building than anything else, but we'll do more exploration in the next episode, and we'll pop that Gordo slime. Maybe place down some refinery links in some spots. And just kind of do more exploration. Since we kind of got a lot of stuff like cleaned out, I do want to hit those goals, so I am going to still make that list. But that's what we're all going to do all of next episode. But anyway, thanks for watching, and toodles!